this is the first team in 20 years to get back-to-back finals. We always talk about their immense depth. There's never really a conversation about a golden team with this France team, because obviously the teams they've had previously have been so stacked. But in terms of like their iteration of squad, like how well does this team rank? I know they've got injuries and whatnot, but like, is this just a very good team and manager sort of combination here? Or do we have to give credit to, like we said, the depth at centre half, the world beating talent they've got up top, the ever gracing centre forward they've got with that world talent? As we mentioned a few weeks ago, in terms of international stage footballers, one of the best we've seen in this decade, at least, in Griezmann. Are the elements of this team, when you break it down for what it is, where you go, this team is an international super team, or like it's a generation that we might not see, or is it just a very good cup side with a good manager?
It's like Brazil, man. For me, in my opinion, they're the type of countries where no matter what decade you look at, you could make arguably an all-time lineup for that country, if that makes sense. Like their pool is just almost endless. I feel like, in certain
Brazil, Brazil have had some.
There's always lull periods, but I think that generally there's always like a healthy pool of talent to pick from, and I think France are one of those countries for me. For as long as I've lived, they've always had like at least 4 world-class players in their starting lineup. So I think for this particular team, I think it's definitely a mix of great coaching and some of the players, because some of these players I think were written off, guys like Giroud. People were saying Griezmann on his last legs. Dembouz, as we say, inconsistent. That back line is pretty much plastered and put together with Koundé at right back, Theo Hernandez replacing his injured brother. So it's not like it's, you can say, it's quality coming in, but I think you have to give credit to the manager and what he's kind of built, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think it's tough because you can see, as you mentioned, there's always like you always feel like you can name 2 France sides, because France are always doing well. The France players are always doing well for the club. They always have these young core of players where you're thinking, what are they going to be when they develop? I don't know about Fofana, and I do not know about Thuram. Them brothers ain't moved me one time in my life watching them. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of people are gonna try and put them in this. Yo.
Hey, yo. why young Thuram have to catch straight like that, man?
Brother, I was like, yo, who are these imposters on the pitch?
Man said, you know the video, man said, who are these? Who are these?
Bro, I don't know. But, you know what I mean? But you always have a moment where you can say, like, these French players have a lot of guys coming up. So let's see with this France team, bro, honestly.